I'm gonna be a little closer to the camera because it's real windy out here. So I want you to be able to hear me. So Shalom to the elect of Israel, to the hopeful elect of Israel, you Hebrew Israelites, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, West Indian Haitians, and the foreign Israelites that are scattered across the four corners of the earth. First and foremost, I want to face the east and give all praises to Yahawah. Rawchaa. Gotta give all praises to Yahawah, Bahasham, Qadash. When he gives ever honors, the elders of the apostles of the great millstone, who led me to this truth that have been ordained by the Lord to teach the flock how to live, repent, pray, fast, to show forth the Lord's righteousness, and mercy, judgment, forgiveness, and wrath to all those who are part of the elect, whoever they may be, and to the hopeful elect. God willing to be part of that number. God willing to be edifying to those who fear in the name of the Lord, and to strive to show forth the Lord's righteousness every day to the best of their ability. His judgment always comes to light. Zephaniah chapter 3, verse 5. And it's not slack. 2 Peter chapter 3, verse 9. Before I get into today's lesson, I was listening to Apostle Barak, and he made a very good edifying point about there are men who are trying to exalt themselves and are trying to act like they have already made it into the kingdom of heaven. You must understand what we have gotten into. We have gotten into something, a cause that we are suffering for Yahawashi. We are going through sufferings. We are not out here to exalt our own name. We are out here to exalt the name of Yahawashi. Through rain, sleet, snow, shine, whatever. We're going to get out here and we're going to serve Yahawashi to the best of our abilities. He was talking about how after he did the two fishes and the 5 loaves of bread, it was the bread and the fish, and he gave it to 5,000 people, fed all those people. Hold on, let me pull up the scripture before we get started. Yeah, it was talking about 5 loaves and 2 fishes. This is Luke chapter 9, verse 16. Then he took the 5 loaves and the 2 fishes, and looking up to heaven, he blessed them and brake and gave to the disciples to set before the multitude. And they did eat, and they were all filled, and there was taken up of fragments that remained of them 12 baskets. He fed all those people. And you know what? They tried to make him a king. And you know what Yahawashi did? He said, no. He left and ran to the mountains to be alone. Because he knew it wasn't his time to be exalted. That's why we know the time he comes here, he's going to be exalted in the earth. So for us, we haven't even done any miracles. All we do is stand and teach. It's a miracle we even know the name of the Lord. So we should not be lifting ourselves up as if we are anyone. We're nobody. But we're everything. Why? Because we exalt the name of Yahawashi. He's everything. We ain't worth nothing. So when you're going through these simple times, if you're going through things that are tough, you need to have a mindset of, I deserve this. This is what I did to the Lord. I deserve this chastisement. But after we kings, it ain't gonna be no more chastisement. But we gotta go through this. And I'm seeing today a lot of Jake is tired, man. I pull up because I'm, you know, I don't mind sharing my situation a little bit to give hope to some of those that might be going through the same thing. But I was just kicked out of where I was at, you know, and it was all for something small, of course. something real small. I didn't even cuss nobody out. I didn't even get violent or nothing. Nothing. Got to get kicked out for nothing. Something real small. But I left. But it's because I'm exalted in the name of Yahawashi. It says all people, all men will hate you. But he said, we're doing this because we know that this earth is going to hate his doctrine. Why? Because they know they ain't a part of it. I don't even know if I'm a part of it. I'm over here like, hey, Lord, hey, pick me. I want to be a part of this. That's what I do all day. All day. I don't have nothing better than you. I'm dancing on the street every damn day. I ride my bike to work. You know, you rain, whatever. I got to figure it out. But I deserve that because of whatever I did to the Lord in the past. But through those struggles, I see light. I see that he's going to come through. You know? And I went over to where I'm at right now. I've been paying a little bit of business to stay over there, right? So I go over there, and one of the brothers, his brother, real new in the truth. And he's going through a lot right now. You know, he lost his father, you know? Going through a lot. And he come out, he break it down, he like, man, I can't handle it, man. I'm tired of being sad, man. Jake tired of being sad, man. But hey, you gonna come into this truth, hey, this is what you're getting into. Better to be in the house of mourning than to the house of fear. Okay, with this party. Okay, you came into this to come into sorrows, realize that we sinned against the Lord. We ain't no good. Yahawashi says, hey, I can use you. Let me do something with you. Just listen to what I say, follow the orders. That's it. You know? Battle your flesh. You know? These wicked ain't shit, man. They ain't worth shit. Okay? Lord made the world for Israel's sake. But now I want to get to this lesson. The Lord will not edify whoever's going through a tough time right now. Know that this is our fault, man. We got to go through tough times. Blessed are those who go through it. Okay? Let's pull that up real quick before we go in. You know, it's sprinkling a little bit, but I used to car wash semis in the cold. So whatever. I used to do this in the rain. I used to do this in the snow. You know? So whatever, man. There's something that we must go through to make it to the kingdom of heaven. So this is 2 Corinthians chapter 12, verse 9. And he said unto me, my grace is sufficient for thee. My strength is made perfect in weakness. See, he needs us to be weak for him to make us perfect. We must not rely on our own strength. Everything we get is from Yahawashi. Most gladly, therefore, will I rather glory in my infirmities, that the power of Mashiach may rest upon me. We want to go through struggles and tough things to be broken down and built back up again. So let me get into this lesson. So, the title of this lesson is the Lord. Lord, Yahawashi, chooses the foolish things of this world to confound the wise. See, they think we're foolish for what we do. They think we're foolish for how we serve Yahawashi. But they won't in the end. The servants of Yahawashi will have the last laugh. 1 Corinthians chapter 1, verse 25. And it reads, because the foolishness of Yahawah is wiser than men, and the weakness of Yahawah is stronger than men. Everything. Bahasham is stronger than everything walking on the planet. What do you have to fear for? Verse 26, and it reads, for ye see your calling. What's our calling? To feed the sheep sound doctrine to the best of our ability. Everybody has their measurement. The Lord has measurement for them to do. Brethren, how that not many wise men after the flesh, not many mighty, not many noble are called. See, we were called to this truth whenever we were given the names by our elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Verse 27, and it reads, but Yahawah have chosen the foolish things of this world to confound the wise, and Yahawah have chosen the weak things of the world to confound the things which are mighty, and base things of the world, and things which are despised, hath Yahawah chosen. Are we not despised by the congregation secretly? Yes. And publicly. Yea, and things which are not, to bring to not things that are. See, they think we're not. They think the Lord is not dealing with us. But the Lord is dealing with us. We're going to find out. We're going to find out the Lord is dealing with the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone on up, to their students on down, and to the followers who cling to the body. People like me. I ain't nobody. I ain't even been accepted into the fold yet. I'm still proving myself. And it's going to be like that. You know, if I do get into the fold, Lord willing, if it's His will, I'm going to have to even more prove myself when I get there. It ain't going to go backwards. I'm going to have to go harder. That's how life is. Once He moves you up, there's going to be more responsibility. Isaiah chapter 41, verse 10. And it reads, fear thou not, for I am with thee. Be not dismayed, for I am thy power, which is Yahawah. I will strengthen thee. Yea, I will help thee. Yea, I will uphold thee with the right hand of my righteousness. Nothing that we can do is going to free us in this place. Only Yahawah, Bahasham, and Yahawashi can strengthen us. That's it. He's the only one that can give us that might to come out here and serve Him correctly. We want to serve the Lord correctly. Anything that we've ever done has came to naught. And that's why He wants to use us. So when you're going through these troubles, you're the best candidate for the Lord to take you and mold you to a man of the Lord. If you qualify, you gotta be a Hebrew Israelite. Exodus chapter 20, verse 20. And it reads, and Moses said unto the people, fear not, for Yahawah is come to prove you, and that his fear may be before your faces, that ye sin not. See, we're not supposed to be sinning. That's what 2/3 do. They just keep on sinning and don't feel no sorrow, none. And the people, verse 21, and it reads, and the people stood afar off, and Moses drew near unto the thick darkness where Yahawah was. And the Lord Yahawashi said to Moses, thus thou shalt say unto the children of Israel, ye have seen that I have talked with you from heaven. Ye shall not make me with gods of silver, neither shall ye make unto you gods of gold. And we sinned against the Lord, went off and did that. But now he's calling us back. Don't worry about all this stuff. Give all your cares to Yahawashi. Who's going to deliver us. Genesis chapter 15, verse 1. And it reads, after these things, the word of the Lord, Yahawashi, came to Abram, which is Abraham, that's his Hebrew name, Abram, in a vision, saying, fear not, Abram, I am thy shield, and thy exceeding great reward. What's his reward? That his seed shall survive the days of trouble, Jacob's trouble. We have faith, the Lord will deliver us. And if he doesn't, and we serve Yahawashi, that shows that he really knew that we had a lot of faith. We were ready to die for him. And we are ready to die for Yahawashi. We're ready to go through whatever we need to go through. Why? Because we sinned against the Lord. This is our duty. We blessed to even get a chance to receive mercy just by having this truth. Isaiah chapter 35, verse 4. And it reads, say to them that are of a fearful heart, be strong, fear not, behold, your power, which is Yahawah, will come with vengeance, even Yahawah with a recompense. He will come and save you. This is our message to the honorable multitude, to the hopeful elect. Even some of the honorable multitude might perish. But in a sense, we're not perishing if we die in this faith. We're going to come back in the first resurrection, and we're going to be there to see this kingdom rebuilt by these heathens. What you worried about? Don't be afraid of death. It was already coming anyway. It was already coming. At least this way, we're going to come out in glory and not come out in shame like 2/3. They're going to wake up ashamed, man. We ain't going to wake up like this. Matthew chapter 6, verse 34. tomorrow shall take thought for things of itself. Sufficient unto the day is the evil thereof. So we're not supposed to worry about tomorrow. We're not supposed to worry about what's going to happen. All we can do is pray to Yahawashi. He guides us for that day. Just do that every day. He's going to guide you. You know? 2/3 ain't even all the way perished. How much more for the hopeful elect trying to get their shit right? First John, chapter 4, verse 18. And it reads, there is no fear in love. What's love? Rebuke. You should be happy when you get rebuked. That means the Lord don't want you to perish. But perfect love casteth out fear, because fear has torment. He that feareth is not made perfect in love. We are not to fear the trials that are ahead. We got to stand up. We got to stand up and call on Yahawashi and hope that He's going to deliver us with all hope, no fear. We're going to run right into this thing head on. He said He got us. It's the power of the universe. He got to have us. There ain't no other way. You try it any other way, and you definitely not going to make it. So when the elders rebuke you, when the elders come off austere and come off with hardness, they're trying to toughen you because they understand the perils that we must face. Some of our own families are going to die in this. Some of our own people that we know, or that you know that you love, are going to perish because it was ordained for them to perish. You might even perish. We must be strong through this trouble, which is Jacob's trouble. Jeremiah, chapter 30, verse 7. First Peter, chapter 5, verse 7. And it reads, we're going to start at verse 6. Humble yourselves, therefore, under the mighty hand of power, which is Yahawah, that he may exalt you in due time. What's that? We have to go through many struggles. We have to go through many perils, much tribulation to enter the kingdom of Yahawah. As it says in Acts 14:22. This is verse 7, and it reads, casting all your care upon Him, for He cared for you. Verse 8, and it reads, be sober, which means what? Know the times, because we know that drinking is lawful if you do it in moderation. It's saying be sober is know what you're supposed to be doing. Know you're supposed to be serving the Lord. Be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary, the devil, who's at the deceiver, Esau Edom, the so-called white man, as a roaring lion, walketh about, seeking whom he may devour. With what? It's the philosophy, it's democracy, his dictations, his legislations, his bull bigotry. Psalm chapter 103, verse 13. This is Psalms chapter 103, verse 13. And it reads, like as a father pitieth his children, so the Lord Yahawashi, pitieth them that fear him. And we fear Yahawashi. That's why we do what he says do. Sometimes we fall off. But that's us battling us with our flesh. That's us battling with our flesh. There has to be a balance. We can't be over righteous. There's got to be a battle. This is what the Lord glorifies. A false abomination, a false balance is an abomination to the Lord. It's a false balance. If he don't got love, if you ain't got hate, then you don't got love. If you don't got love, you don't got hate. If you don't got hot, you don't got cold. So the Lord can't love everybody. He got to hate somebody, or he can't love somebody else. There's got to be a balance. Ecclesiastes chapter 39, verse 24. And it reads, as his ways are plain unto the holy, so are they stumbling blocks unto the wicked. It's verse 25, and it reads, for the good are good things, created from the beginning, so evil things for sinners. It is verse 26, and it reads, the principal things for the whole use of men's life are water, fire, iron, and salt, flour of wheat, honey, milk, and the blood of the grape, and oil, and clothing. Verse 27, and it reads, all these things are good to the godly. So to the sinners, they are turned into evil. So when you have these elements of the earth, they can go one or two ways. They're used for us for good. Why? Because we use them in moderation. And we use them the way the Lord told us to use them. But the wicked, they overuse them. They overdo stuff with them. They make weapons out of them. That's what they do. With all the elements of the earth. This is why they must perish. Proverbs chapter 8, verse 9. And it reads, they are all slaves to him that understandeth, and right to them that find knowledge. Receive my instruction. This is verse 10, and it reads, receive my instruction, and not silver, and knowledge rather than choice gold. You see? What did he tell Moses? He said, do not make gods out of silver and gold. What did America, Babylon the Great do? They made gods out of silver and gold. This is why this place must fall. Ecclesiastes chapter 21, verse 11. And it reads, he that keepeth the law of the Lord getteth the understanding thereof. And we know we can't keep the law fully because we in our captivity. So we do it to the best of our ability. And the perfection of the fear of the Lord is wisdom. If you don't fear Yahawashi, Sophia, which is wisdom, will not dwell with you. You must fear the Lord by doing what? Keeping his commandments. And if you're a man of the Lord, what you gonna do? You gonna feed the sheep sound doctrine. First Corinthians chapter 14, verse 33. And it reads, for Yahawah is not the author of confusion, but of peace, as in all the churches of the saints. It's not confusing if you just pay attention to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. If you really are part of the elect, it's not going to be hard to listen to these men. But it's not just listening. It's enduring to the end. Struggling, suffering, going through hardship, learning, going through many sufferings, being patient, having self-control, knowing that Yahawashi is doing all of this for our good. John chapter 6, verse 40. And it reads, and this is the will of him that sent me. It's the will of Yahawashi to be in order of Great Millstone. His ones that he taught and ordained to teach the flock how to do what? Live, repent, fast, pray, and show forth the Lord's righteousness. And this is the will of him that sent me, that everyone which seeth the Son and believeth on him may have everlasting life. And I will raise him up at the last day. That's the tabernacle of King David being raised up by his men. Yahawah, the sons of the living tower. Yahawah, Bahasham, Rawchaa. John chapter 6, verse 54. And it reads, whoso eateth my flesh, Yahawashi speaking, and his flesh is this doctrine, this truth, these words, and drinketh my blood, hath eternal life, which is this understanding of this truth. And I will raise him up at the last day. That's what Yahawashi is doing for his elect. Lord willing, we part of that number. This is John, chapter 6. I'm going to go back to John, chapter 6, verse 44. And it reads, no man can come to me except the Father which sent me draw him. See, we can't come into this truth unless the Lord sends us to be drawn into this truth. But some of these men, and I hope to not be one of them, that's why I pray every day and sup with the Lord every day and do lessons every day and study every day. I hope to not be one of those men who came into this truth just to be condemned. So no man can come to me except the Father which hath sent me draw him, and I will raise him up in the last day. It's simple. No one can come to Yahawashi or to this truth unless Yahawashi says, wake him up. This is Mark, chapter 4, verse 11. And it reads, and he said unto them, unto you it is given to know the mystery of the kingdom of Yahawah, but unto them that are without, all these things are done in parables. I just want to look up the word parable for you. I don't want to get too deep, but we're going to look up the word parable. Parabole. That's how you say that. Parabole. Which means fictitious narrative or common light conveying a moral, passage, or adage, comparison, figure, a parable, a proverb, a placing of one thing by the side of another, as of ships in battle, metaphorically. A comparison of one thing to another, likeness, similitude, an example by which doctrine or precept is illustrated. See, our elders and apostles, they illustrate this doctrine like no other can, like no churches, and we must follow that illustration. They're not teaching it, it's probably going off. Definitely going off. You know? They were ordained by the Lord. I don't want to read too much into it. We're going to stop right there. And this is verse 12. And it reads, that seeing they may see and not perceive, and hearing they may hear and not understand. See, 2/3 of our people, you can tell them to them as plain as day, and they will not understand. Lest any time they should be converted and their sins be forgiven them. See, we're doing this to get to ultimately have our sins blotted out. We don't want to pay for our sins. 14, and it reads, and he said unto them, know ye not this parable? And how then will ye know all parables? So if you don't even know that the elders and apostles of Great Millstone have all the parables, how are you going to understand the rest of it? How are you going to understand? If you don't listen to the Lord's bid, you're not going to understand. You're going to get confounded. Sophia going to bug your ass out. You're going to be out of here. Second Thessalonians, chapter 2, verse 3. This is Second Thessalonians, chapter 2, verse 3. And it reads, let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come, except there come a falling away first, and that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition, which is Esau Edom, the so-called white man, who imposeth and exalteth himself above all that is called power, or that is worship, so that he, as power, sitteth in the temple of power, showing himself that he is Yahawah. And that's Yahawah showing Israel that he is in control of these heathens. That is why they have control. They were not put on top with their own doing. He was hiding with Israel. Let me pull that up before I get to my next precept. This is Judges, chapter 2, verse 14, and it reads, and the anger of the Lord, Bahasham, was hot against Israel, and he delivered them into the hands of the spoilers that spoiled them, and he sold them into the hands of their enemies round about, so they could not any longer stand before their enemies. So they're not on the top because of their own doing. It was because we sinned against the Lord. But he is intended to replace the cornerstone, and the head cornerstone will be Yahawah. Bahasham Yahawashi. So this is just something I wanted to bring out that's on the side of what I learned in my studies yesterday. Just something simple. Because I was studying 2nd Esdras, chapter 11. And there it talks about 12 feathers. And these 12 feathers, they were 12 emperors of Rome. And the second feather, this is what he did. He did the same thing he did what America, Babylon the Great does. This is where they got taxing people from. So this is Luke, chapter 2, verse 1. And the second feather was Caesar Augustus. And how we know this place is revived Roman Empire. There's many things, but on the carnal level, go to the like I'm in Oklahoma, so they got OU over there, right? They be having toga parties and shit. They learn Roman numerals. Who you learn that from? That's the Roman Empire. That's just on a simple note. This is Luke chapter 2, verse 1, and it reads, and it came to pass in those days that there went out a decree from Caesar Augustus that all the world should be taxed. And what does America Babylon the Great do? They tax the whole fucking world. And this taxing was first made. This is verse 2. When Cyrenius was governor of Syria, and all went to be taxed, everyone into his own city. America Babylon the Great followed those customs. We can't even get our check without it being taxed. So that's just some on the side. We're going to get back to the lesson. This is Isaiah, chapter 33, verse 6. And it reads, and wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times, and strength of salvation, the treasure of the fear of the Lord. Yahawashi is his treasure. So what do you think the Lord's going to do with his treasure? He's going to hide it. Isaiah chapter 30, verse 8. And it reads, now go, write it before them all in a table, and note it in a book, that it may be for a time to come, forever and ever. The Lord is taking task on every Israelite on the earth, and all the wicked as well. Verse 9, and it reads that this, talking about 2/3, is a rebellious people, lying children, children that will not hear the law of the Lord. Bahasham would say to the seers, see not, and to the prophets, prophesy not unto us right things, speak unto us sweet things, prophesy deceit. That's what they do in the churches. They prophesy deceit to the people. And then verse 11, it reads, get you out of the way, turn aside out of the path, cause the Holy One of Israel to cease from before us. They don't want to know the ways of Yahawashi. So why? So what does that mean? They must go through death, through pain. Luke chapter 9, verse 62. Turn on my light, it's getting dark. This new camera I got a light on it. And I got an extra battery. Man, hopefully that light good enough. So Luke chapter 9, verse 22, or verse 62, and it reads, and Yahawashi said unto them, no man, having put his hand to the plow and looking back, is not fit for the kingdom of Yahawah. So once you take up this spiritual plow and you start feeding the flock, you cannot stop. If you miss a day, that's what I learned from GMS in the Troop Orlando. If you miss a day, double up the next day. Revelation chapter 2, verse 4. And it reads, Nevertheless, I am somewhat against thee, because thou hast left thy first love. We all went astray from Bahasham, Yahawashi. This truth is our first love. We must put this first before everything on the planet, including ourselves. Verse 5, remember therefore, from whence thou art fallen, and repent, and do the first works, or else I will come unto thee quickly, and I will remove thy candlestick out of his place, except thou repent. See? You must turn and repent when you come into this truth fully. Sometimes it's harder for others, but the Lord will eventually guide you to be born again. You know? And it depends on who you are, whether he wants to have mercy on you, or he just want to take your candlestick. So we don't want to try that. We don't want to play with that. You want to turn when the Lord tells you to turn. And that's anybody that's coming to this truth new. Hebrews chapter 6, verse 4. And it reads, for it is impossible for those who were once enlightened and have tasted the heavenly gift and were made partakers of the Holy Spirit, which is the Qadash, and have tasted the good word of Yahawah and the powers of the world to come, if they shall fall away, to renew them again unto repentance, seeing they crucified themselves, the Son of Yahawah afresh, and put him to an open shame. So if you come into this truth and you put this plow, you pick up this spiritual plow, and you get to work, and you turn back to the world, you basically done for it. The Lord might have forgiveness on you, but it's not highly likely. So count the cost. If you're gonna get into this, you gotta stay in it. It ain't no other way. I don't understand why anybody in Jake would want to go back to this world. We wasn't shit. Ephesians chapter 2, verse 8. And it reads, for by grace are ye saved through faith, and that not of yourselves. That is the gift of Yahawah, not of works, lest any man should boast. Now it says faith without works is dead. But it's our works that's going to save us. We do that because we love Yahawashi and Yahawashi. And this is what we know. It's our reasonable service. But the only thing that's going to save us is through our faith. That Yahawashi and Yahawashi will come for us. And we do have faith. We're going to do verse 10. And it reads, for we are his workmanship, created in the Mashiach, which is Christ in Paleo-Hebrew, which means anointed. Yahawashi, unto good works, which Yahawah hath before ordained that we should walk in them. See, you can't be ordained and have free will. It don't work that way. Oh, my battery getting low. Hold on. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get out. Hold on real quick. Give me one moment. Okay, I'm going to go into a part two. I'm going to go into a part two. And then I'm going to change my battery out. So, shalom. All right, we're back to a part two. Bear with me. That's in Romans chapter 9, verse 6. And it reads, not as though the word of Yahawah have taken none effect, for they are not all Israel, which are of Israel. See, 2/3 of our people are not Israel. They are Israel, but at the same time, they're not, because they're wicked and they don't want to repent and convert. So they have to be transformed on the other side. Neither because they are the seed of Abraham, are they all children, but in Isaac shall thy seed be called. Verse 8, that is, they which are the children of the flesh, these are not the children of Yahawah, because they do not have faith in the Spirit. But the children of promise counted for the seed. For this is the word of promise. At this time will I come, Sarah shall have a son. And not only this, but when Rebekah also had conceived by one, even by our father Isaac, for the children being not yet born, neither having done any good or evil, that the purpose of Yahawah according to the election, the elect, might stand, not of works, but him that calleth. It was said, what was it? What did it say? What did it say in Genesis? It was said unto her, who's that? Abraham's wife. The elder shall serve the younger. That's what it said. So I'm just checking my battery real quick. Like I said, it was saying that he said that to Rebekah. The elder shall serve the younger. That's what Esau even did when he first came out. He was serving us. Jacob came out second. And then he took the yoke off of his neck and took over with the sword. Second Ezra, chapter 8, verse 54. And it reads, sorrows are past, and in the end showed the treasure of immortality. See, we must go to sorrow to reach immortality. And therefore, thou ask no more questions concerning the multitude of them that perish. For when they had taken liberty, they despised the Most High, thought scorn of his law, and forsook his ways. Moreover, they have trodden down his righteous, and said in their heart, which is their mind, that there is no power. Yea, and that knowing they must die. See, they don't believe in Yahawashi, so they must perish. Second Timothy, chapter 4, verse 5. And it reads, but watch thou in all things, endure afflictions, do the work of an evangelist, make full proof of thy ministry. And that's what the elders and apostles have done. So we are following their footsteps to the best of our abilities, but we didn't keep it simple because there's an order. We have entered into other men's labors. You know, but you don't see them lifting themselves up and saying, oh, we're almighty great millstone. No, they don't talk like that. They talk like servants of the Lord. That's how we're supposed to be. Not exalting ourselves. Like Bishop Nathaniel, okay, riding on a fucking horse and shit. We don't need all that. Yahawashi hasn't even been exalted in the land. Why would you follow somebody like that? They all dressed in their little Goku suit like they in heaven already. We're still in captivity. This is 1 Peter, chapter 2, verse 17. And it reads, honor all men, love the brotherhood, fear Yahawah, honor the king. Who's the king? Yahawashi. We are to honor the brotherhood, the men before us, by doing what? Feed the sheep sound doctrine, learning the ways of the Lord, not putting an open shame to his name, giving us everything we got. Verse 18, and it reads, servants, be subject to your masters with all fear, not only to the good and gentle, but also to the froward. For this is thankworthy, if a man for conscience toward Yahawah and do agree, suffering wrongfully. Sometimes we don't suffer wrongfully. Sometimes we don't get rebuked, and we didn't need to get rebuked. But if you suffer, this is what it says. Verse 20, for what glory is it when ye be buffeted for your faults? Ye shall take it patiently, but when ye do well and suffer for it, ye take it patiently. This is acceptable with Yahawah, with power. This is what we're supposed to do. We ain't perfect. We all go off. But if you suffer patiently in both situations, you can't go wrong. Proverbs chapter 17, verse 17. it reads, a friend loveth at all times, and a brother is born for adversity. So if you're not coming into this truth to face adversity with your brothers, then I don't know what you're doing here. This is not for you. Proverbs chapter 27, verse 5. And it reads, open rebuke is better than secret love. Faithful are the wounds of a friend, but the kisses of an enemy are deceitful. Who's the enemy? Esau, even the so-called white man. They be like, yeah, I got you this little job. I got you some little money. I got you a little crib. That don't mean he ain't the enemy. He's still the enemy. Do not trust our enemy. Period. Ecclesiasticus chapter 32, verse 17. You see the birds? They in a V shape, in formation. When Yahawashi come down, he gonna be in formation with the angels. It's gonna be beautiful. Ecclesiasticus chapter 32, verse 17, and it reads, a sinful man will not be reproved. See, they don't want to take correction, but findeth an excuse according to his will. So when they be like, I can't go out to the highways and byways, my leg hurt, my titties hurt. We don't give a fuck. You better go serve Yahawashi, man. This is not something that you just can't make an excuse about. This is our duty. This is our reasonable service. Romans chapter 12, verse 1 and 2. Jeremiah chapter 1, verse 4. And it reads, then the word of the Lord, Yahawashi, came unto me, saying, verse 5, and it reads, before I formed thee in the belly, I knew thee. And before thou camest forth out of the womb, I sanctified thee. And I ordained thee a prophet unto the nations. If you claim you're a man of the Lord, you claim you love Yahawashi, why are you not out in the highways and byways? You see where I'm at? Guess where I'm at? I done dropped my damn camera. Look where I'm at. I'm right here on the highway, okay? Everybody can see me. I'm right across the street from the mall, okay? I'm right here. This is where we're supposed to be. And some brothers is in more remote places. I was in a remote place for a minute, but I moved out of that. So Salakia for dropping my camera. I thought it would stay on the post, but it didn't. That's why it was halfway on there. So Salakia. So just about done. I got a little bit more precepts, and then we're gonna close out. Let me get this set up right. Tough ass camera. All right. verse 6, and it reads, Then said I, Lord, Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, behold, I cannot speak, for I am a child. Verse 7, and it reads, But the Lord, Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, said unto me, Say not, I am a child, for thou shalt go to all that I shall send thee, and whatsoever I command thee thou shalt speak. Be not afraid. This is verse 8, and it reads, Be not afraid of their faces, for I am with thee to deliver thee, saith the Lord. Verse 9, and it reads, Then the Lord put forth his hand and touched my mouth. And the Lord, Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, said unto me, Behold, I have put my words in thy mouth. See, I have this day set thee over the nations and over the kingdoms, to root out and to pull down and to destroy and to throw down, to build and to plant. This is our duty. This is our duty to help Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi to the best of our abilities to root out the 2/3 from the elect. But we can't wake you up. Only the Lord can wake you up. But we just got to do the work. We got to show up and do what he said do. He'll take care of the rest. Romans chapter 1, verse 20. And it reads, For the invisible things of him from the creation of the world are clearly seen, being understood by the things that are made, even this eternal power and Godhead, so that they are without excuse. There will not be no excuses when Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi comes and destroys the entire planet, not the entire planet, but the entire nation of Israel over there. He's going to destroy all the whole land of Israel, and it's going to be rebuilt, and he's going to destroy all of America, Babylon the Great, and the other nations will be slaughtered. That's what's coming. Period. Don't want to agree? All right, cool. Go find out. Romans chapter 15, verse 4. And it reads, For whatsoever things were written aforetime and written for our learning, that we through patience and comfort of the scriptures might have hope. And we do have hope in Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, or we wouldn't be doing the work. Ecclesiastes chapter 2, verse 14. And it reads, The wise man's eyes are in his head, but the fool walketh in darkness. And I myself perceive also that one event happeneth to them all. What's that? We all gonna go through Jacob's trouble. Verse 15, then said I in my heart, as it happened to the fool, so it happened even to me. And why was I then more wise? Then I said in my heart, which is my mind, that this also is vanity. This is verse 16. For there is no remembrance of the wise, more than of the fool forever, seeing that which now is in the days, to come, shall all be forgotten. And how dieth the wise man as the fool? Therefore I hated life. It's verse 17. Because the work that is wrought under the sun is grievous unto me, for all is vanity and vexation of spirit. So the only work that is going to be remembered is the work that we did for Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi. Second Timothy, chapter 2, verse 3. And it reads, thou therefore endure hardness as a good soldier of Yahawashi Mashiach. Verse 4, and it reads, no man that warreth entangle himself with the affairs of this life, that he may please him who have chosen him to be a soldier. Yahawashi has chosen us to suffer and be soldiers and endure to the best of our abilities, and have done all that we can stand in this nation, and wherever else we are, scattered across the four corners of the earth. So I want to face the east. Give all praises to Barak Yahawah, Barak Yahawashi, Barak Yahawah, Barak Yahawashi, Barak Yahawah, Barak Yahawashi. Gotta give all praises to Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham with Qadash. Want to give double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, who have been ordained by the Lord to teach the flock how to live, repent, pray, and fast, to show forth the Lord's righteousness, and mercy, judgment, forgiveness, and wrath to all those who dwell in the elect, and to the hopeful elect. Lord, willing we be part of that number. Lord, willing to be edified to those who fear in the name of the Lord, and are striving to show forth the Lord's righteousness every day to the best of their ability. His judgment always comes to light. Zephaniah chapter 3, verse 5. And it's not slack. 2 Peter chapter 3, verse 9. So Lord willing, this is edified to the flock. And Lord willing, we can exalt the name of Yahawashi another day. And we make it out of this wicked nation. Wa above. Shalom.